We're living through one of the biggest shifts in human history, a time where machines are no longer just tools. They're starting to think, learn, and adapt. Welcome to the era of artificial intelligence. Just a few decades ago, the idea of machines mimicking human intelligence was science fiction, but thanks to the rise of computer science and decades of innovation, AI is no longer a dream. It's a reality that touches every part of our lives, from the phones in our pockets to the systems that run entire industries. AI is not just about robots or automation. It's about using data, learning from patterns, and making smarter decisions, often in real time. From navigating unknown roads, to diagnosing disease, to creating music. AI is everywhere. But what does this mean for us? How will it shape our future? And how can we make sure it benefits everyone? The shift in healthcare. Let's start with one of the most vital sectors, healthcare. For the longest time, our healthcare systems have been reactive. You get sick, you go to the doctor, and then you're treated. But what if we could flip that model? What if we could predict illness before symptoms even show up? That's where AI is making a real impact. It's helping shift from sickness care to true health care, where we focus on prevention, early detection, and personalized treatments. AI can analyze massive amounts of data, things like your DNA, blood biomarkers, medical scans, family history, and even your environment. From there, it can identify patterns and flag risks long before they turn into real problems. This is especially important because our current system isn't built for personalization. Most treatments are developed for the average person. But here's the truth. There's no such thing as an average patient. We're all different. Our biology, genetics, and life experiences all play a role in how we respond to treatment. And that brings us to how AI is changing drug discovery. Traditionally, developing a drug takes 10 to 15 years and can cost billions of dollars. Many drugs fail in human trials, even if they worked in animals. That's because animal models don't always reflect how humans respond. But now, thanks to breakthroughs in biotech and AI, researchers are using miniaturized human organs grown from real cells, like tiny livers and brains, to test drugs in lab conditions. These models give a much more accurate picture of how a drug will behave in a real person. AI takes all the data from these tests, collected through sensors, microscopes, and automated robots, and learns from it. It starts to understand which drug compounds are safe, which aren't, and even predicts who they'll work best for. This means faster drug development, fewer side effects, and more personalized medicine. And ultimately, it makes healthcare more affordable and accessible to more people. AI and the evolution of music. From medicine to music, AI is also entering the creative world. Music has been with us for thousands of years. It's part of every culture, every celebration, every story we tell. But now, AI is becoming part of that creative process. In one remarkable project, AI was used to help complete Franz Schubert's unfinished symphony. The technology analyzed Schubert's existing work, studied his style and patterns, and created a version of how he might have finished the piece. A composer then took that AI-generated material and shaped it into a final arrangement. It's a powerful example of how AI and human creativity can work together. But it also raises deep questions. Can a machine really create art? Can it understand emotion? Maybe not in the way humans do. But it can learn musical structure, emotion and patterns, and replicate styles across centuries. The result may not be human, but it can still be beautiful. Technology has always changed music. From vinyl records to synthesizers, from analog tapes to streaming platforms, there's always been fear that music would lose its soul. But every time, music has survived, and even thrived. AI might be the next chapter in that story. It's not about replacing musicians. It's about expanding what's possible. AI in the industrial age. Now let's talk about work, how AI is changing industries and productivity. The Industrial Revolution gave us machines to do physical labor. Today, AI is giving us machines that do mental labor, analyzing, learning, optimizing, and even making decisions. This shift is called the second machine age. It's powered by computers, automation, and now AI, technologies that work with bits instead of atoms. And they're improving at an exponential rate. But here's something surprising. Despite all these advances, productivity growth has actually slowed down. This is called the productivity paradox. Why is that? It's because adopting new technologies takes time. It's not enough to have AI. You have to rethink how your business works around it. That means changing processes, retraining staff, and building entirely new ways to deliver value. We're just at the beginning of that transformation. Over the next decade, as AI becomes deeply embedded into everyday tools, we'll likely see a huge leap in productivity. Jobs will change, not disappear, but they'll focus more on things that humans do best: creativity, empathy, problem solving. Imagine a workplace where routine tasks are automated and people are free to focus on meaningful work. That's the goal. AI for social good. AI isn't just about big business or high-tech labs. It's also being used in powerful ways to improve lives, especially in underserved communities. For example, in public health, AI is helping identify which patients are at high risk of dropping out of treatment programs. This means health workers can step in early and provide support where it's needed most. In homeless shelters, AI has been used to identify peer leaders, people who are most likely to influence and spread awareness about things like HIV prevention. These aren't social media networks. These are real face-to-face connections being mapped and used for impact. In India, AI helps track tuberculosis treatments, making sure patients stick with their medication schedules over long periods. It's even being used in wildlife conservation to predict where poachers might set traps so rangers can remove them in time. These are just a few examples of AI for social good, but they show us something important. AI is not just a tool for profit. It's a tool for solving real human problems, if we choose to use it that way. The road ahead. So what does the future hold? There's a lot of talk about AI taking over jobs, or even taking over the world. But the reality is more balanced. We're still a long way from artificial general intelligence, the kind of human-like AI you see in movies. Right now, AI is very powerful, but very narrow. It can do specific tasks well, but it doesn't think or understand like a human. That said, AI does come with risks. It can be misused for surveillance, cause inequality, or create bias in decisions if it's not developed carefully. That's why we need responsible AI, technology that's built with ethics, fairness, and inclusion in mind. We also need to talk more about AI, not just in boardrooms or research labs, but as communities, families, and everyday citizens. Everyone should have a voice in how this technology shapes our lives. Because the future isn't just about faster machines or smarter apps. It's about what we, as people, choose to do with them. The real power of AI is not just in what it can do, but in how it helps us imagine, create, and solve problems like never before. We're part of a generation witnessing change at an incredible pace, and every one of us has a role to play in shaping the future. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep imagining what's possible. This is just the beginning.